This is Dominique Wilkins.
Hey, this is Sean Kemp.
This is Gary Payton.
Hey, this is Pau Gasol.
NBA fans, what's up? This is Vince Carter here.
Hey, what's up? This is Matt Barnes. If you're an old school NBA fan like I am, make sure you check out the Basketball Time Machine with my man Sean David.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Basketball Time Machine. I'm your host, Sean David. Thanks for tuning in. Now, in my last video, I already announced that I would love to feature more players from the 1990s that kind of got forgotten over the years. So this player definitely falls in that kind of category. I'm, of course, talking about Thunder Dan Majerle, one of my favorite players from the 1990s who, unfortunately, doesn't get the credit that he deserves. But I want to make sure that I show some love for Thunder Dan. All right, you guys, enough said. Let's dive right into today's episode.
And 13-0 lifetime against Over. Well, that's a near half-court three for Majerle.
Station that jams, y'all. AMBA 91.7. Ooh, DJ. Better look. 6-minute shot clock for three. Got it! Big shot by Majerle. Dan Majerle for three. Number 9, Dan Majerle.
From 1984 to 1988, Dan Majerle played college ball for Central Michigan, where he had a great start and worked himself into the starting lineup in his first college year. He was not on the list of many NBA scouts, even though he was putting up great numbers in his senior year, averaging 21 points and 8 rebounds. Interestingly, even though Majerle would become this incredible three-point shooter in his NBA days, up until his last year in college, he only averaged 0.3 three-point attempts per game. At the 1988 NBA draft, not many teams were interested in Majerle, since scouts at that time rather went with players that came from huge college programs. But then destiny took over and Dan Majerle was selected with the 14th pick by the Phoenix Suns. But what should be Dan Majerle's happiest day in basketball quickly turned into a nightmare, since the Phoenix Suns fans really booed him.
We are very happy to select Dan Majerle. I cannot help how you feel. All I can tell you is this: we couldn't be happier, and I think you people will be sorry that you ever booed this young man.
There was really no doubt. You know, when Cotton said that, nobody was surprised. I mean, we knew we'd picked a guy that was a man.
The team couldn't have drafted a better player for our group. And everybody remembers Cotton getting up there and saying, "You will regret that you ever booed Dan Majerle," and he was 100% on.
He comes and he plays so hard, and I knew he would. That's why I could be bold enough to make that statement, because I knew Dan Majerle and I knew he'd hustle in the job he would do for us.
It meant a lot to me because I had the confidence of my coach and the guy who drafted me and believed in me. And I always say that it was perfect to play for a guy like Cotton, because he allowed me to make mistakes as a rookie. Threw me out on the court, gave me some playing time. He said, just go play hard, play the way I want you to play, and you'll play, and I did that.
Dan Majerle played with a huge chip on his shoulder in his rookie season, and even though he had the support of the Phoenix Suns and his teammates, well, the fans were still skeptical and even booed him in his first games. But as his rookie season went on, Majerle showed that he really played with a lot of heart, and even though he came off the bench, he would be on the floor when the game was on the line. The Phoenix Suns at that time had a very strong team, led by Tom Chambers, who would average 25 points. Majerle was challenged in every single practice and really had to fight for his minutes. He was averaging 8 points in 25 minutes in his rookie season. For the next 2 years, Majerle would still come off the bench as a sixth man, but he would show a lot of progress, both on defense and on offense. He would amaze the fans and became a fan favorite. In 1991, Dan Majerle became a starter and also an NBA All-Star for the first time. He was now considered to be one of the best two-way players in the entire NBA, and also one of the best shooters, which he would prove in 1993 in the Western Conference Finals versus the Seattle Supersonics.
Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, hope you'll stay with us. A big night of NBA playoff action coming up.
We put on a tremendous Western Conference final.
Game 5, I remember Dan couldn't throw it in the ocean for most of that series, and all of a sudden, this dude throwing in Steph Curry type shot.
Wow, Majerle way outside. And then Majerle from about 30 feet out. Good.
KJ struggled a little bit tonight, but Dan stepped up, and that's what it takes. If one of us is struggling, whether it's me or Kevin, the other guys have to step up, and Dan stepped up tonight.
They had made up their mind they were going to double me and not let me make a play in the game. And Dan just was amazing. That's like I said earlier, throughout our season, everybody made a bunch of plays.
Dan, he just did whatever he had to do. I mean, if he wasn't open, he wouldn't have shot. He would have just guarded Gary Payton or whoever he had to guard and help you win the game. But if he's open, he's going to let it fly.
I remember it was Game 5 when I made the 8 threes. Charles had something like 30 and 20.
Pierce with a runner, blocked by Majerle. Majerle again. His 6 makes tonight, ties Phoenix record held, interestingly, by Eddie Johnson, now playing with Seattle.
He knew he wasn't going to choke. He was just an ultimate competitor. Could have been 8 threes, could have been 4 threes, could have been making a defensive play. With Dan, you just took him for granted. I try not to take him for granted, but in my mind, I go, I know I can count on this guy.
And he aims to Majerle. Can he hit another? My, Dan Majerle.
That's real sweet. I like that record. If there's one record to have, that's a good one for me. I like that one.
Dan Majerle would now be a cornerstone of the success of the Phoenix Suns. Until 1995, he made the NBA All-Star team 3 times. But then in 1996, he got traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers, which changed his career forever. Not only would this be the last time that Dan Majerle was an NBA All-Star, but also it would be the last time that he would be really healthy. In 1 year with the Cavs, he came off the bench before he then was traded to the Miami Heat, where his role changed completely. The next few years, he would miss many games due to back injuries, but being the man Dan Majerle was, he would be happy just to be on the court.
Sharpshooter Allen Houston, known as Thunder Dan since his heyday with the Phoenix Suns, Majerle has overcome serious back injuries the past few years. Still, one of the league's most intense players, Majerle epitomizes the hard-nosed Heat. Here's Jim Gray with Majerle.
I'm not near the player I used to be, and that bothers me a little bit.
How difficult has it been for you mentally? You were such a big scorer when you came into this league, and now you've become basically a role player with a significant role.
It doesn't bother me. It hasn't been a hard change. I mean, I would love to go out there and do the things I used to do, but I can't. So I'm trying to get the most out of what I can give the team and what I do. And the way I look at it is I've been very successful in this league, and all I really care about now is winning a championship.
34 years old. Majerle, several years ago, they thought maybe he was going to have to retire, but he played through so many back problems.
How close did you come to retiring a couple of years ago when you had the bad back and the surgery?
I was close. Actually, after one practice, I went up to Coach Riley's office and said, listen, I can't do it anymore.
But Dan Majerle fought for his comeback and played for a total of 5 seasons for the Miami Heat, where even though he was a role player, he was a vital part of their success, providing some hard-nosed defense and many clutch plays when the game was on the line. Then, in his last year of his career, he got the chance to play for the Phoenix Suns once again.
And then I had 5 years in Miami, which was terrific. I played for a terrific organization. I knew my time was whittling down. I didn't have much time left. And to be able to come back and kind of finish my career in Phoenix meant a lot to me. To be able to play my last game in front of that crowd and for what they did for me.
And at guard, after 14 years, from Central Michigan, number 9, Thunder, Dan Majerle.
Well, there you have it. Jeff Munn doing the introduction. Dan Majerle in the starting lineup for the Suns on his finale night.
I wanted to finish with a 3, and I couldn't make it. And they had some big Chinese guy guarding me, and he was trying to guard me. And I'm shooting and can't make it. And my teammates are rebounding. Bo Outlaw's busting his butt, trying to get every rebound, kicking it out to me. I remember after, I missed one and our guy got a rebound and scored and got fouled, and I walked over and Don Nelson was the coach, called me over and he said, hey, I said, what? He said, if you can't score over that guy, you need to retire. I said, you're right. So my final shot, right, I get it, I shoot it, and that thing bounces maybe 4 times, and it finally goes in. I'm like, meant to be. So I just dropped down, gave me 5 push-ups, kissed the floor, and got out. So I'm out.